Hello there, Talkin Fight Nation. Once again, we've got Neil the Deal in the house, and he's got a special episode ready to rip on one of our favorite wrestlers, one of our favorite boxers here on the channel, uh, Zab Judah. Zab Judah is a great guy and good friends with a few of our good friends. And I hear you've got a special episode in his honor. Let her rip.
Hey, how you doing, Graham? Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate you guys having me out here. Fight fans, Talking Fight fans, Neil the Deal Show fans, how you doing, guys? Thanks a lot for everything again. The likes, the shares, the comments, everything's been going great. Every day, it just seems more and more and more and more. We're so happy that you guys are enjoying the show. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I love it. And I love you guys. I really do. Sincerely, I love you guys, all of you. Thanks a lot for being supportive. As the support has been overwhelming. So thanks again. So Graham, we're going to talk a little bit with the fight fans, the Talking Fight fans, and the Neil the Deal fans type thing. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about a good friend of ours, so to speak. I've always wanted to meet him, and his career. I watched a lot of his fights. He was a very, very exciting fighter. I really liked watching him. He had skill like crazy. Tonight we're going to be talking about Zab Super Judah. Zab Super Judah. So his nickname was Super. And yes, he was super. I'm telling you guys, any Zab Judah fights that you guys can watch, he had notable fights, which we're going to go over later in the show, of massive magnitude. Massive magnitude. So we'll talk a little bit about him, his career, his amateur career, what he did after his career. You know, our basic stuff, give you guys a little idea of who he is and what he's all about. So he was born October 27th, 1977. That would make him 43 years old. He was born in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York City, New York State. All right. He had a very lengthy career. If you didn't, I don't know, Graham, did you know about his career, like just the length of it? I was surprised about it.
No, not the length, actually. Good point.
Yeah. Well, length of his career, guys, was very long, and I didn't actually know he became that long. He started in 1996 and he retired in 2019. So that's 96, 96, 2006, 2016. That would be a 23-year career. Holy Moses. No wonder I saw him fight so many times. I just, I get the pay-per-views. Zab Judah's on. All right, we got to watch this guy. He's amazing, right? Hell of a guy, super nice guy, and unbelievably skilled. Like the skill level on Mr. Judah is by far. He's at the top of the heap. This guy, amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're going to talk a little bit about his life and what he's been doing. So this was another thing that I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. Excuse me. He has 10 brothers.
I did not know
sisters.
that.
10 brothers and 4 sisters.
That's insane.
That means there's 15 kids in the family. Man, his mother was busy. I'll tell you, 15 kids. Yeah. Zab, oh my God. Zab, if you're out there, buddy, wow, that must have been a heck of a time in the morning to get to the washroom or stuff like 15 kids. Wow, your mom's a champ. So, anyways, he 3 of them became boxers, Graham? Zab, if you're out there, say definitely one of them. I'm sorry, Graham?
No, I wasn't saying anything.
What was that?
I was not saying anything.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we just heard a little blip there. I thought it was you, Graham. All right. Yeah. So he's got 3 of his brothers. I'm assuming were boxers. I know the one was a world champion kickboxer, and he has a 10th degree black belt or something in everything. Like as far as the martial arts, I guess, are concerned. So his one brother is, and then I guess he just went into the boxing type of thing, But he held titles in 3 different weight divisions. He fought in, I believe, 3 he fought in 3 weight divisions, and he won a title, I believe, in every one of those divisions. So he fought in the junior welterweight division, the welterweight division, and the light middleweight division. He had titles. Basically, he held the IBF and the WBO junior welterweight title between 2000 and 2004. And the IBF junior welterweight title again, he had it a few times. So he had it between 2000 and 2004, and then again in 2011. So there was quite a gap there in between those titles, but he was able to persevere, come back, fight it. You know, he's a fighter, man. That guy's a serious cat, like serious cat. So, you know, not only was he getting older, but I guess he was getting even. He's like a fine wine. He just got a little better, right? Winning titles 7-8 years after he won his initial title. So he was amazing. He won the undisputed welterweight title in 2005, including the lineal championship from 2005 to 2006. So we're going to talk about lineal. If you guys, the Talkin' Fight fans, Neil the Deal Show fans, here's a quick little trivia question for you. You can check it out. What determines a lineal champion? All right. So if you guys want to comment on that, I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm just going to let you guys go check it out. So it's really interesting stuff, you know. So just a tidbit on this. Zab's career was cut short in 2019. I believe he still wanted to fight, but he suffered a brain bleed against an opponent, a guy named Cletus Sedin. And that, I guess, basically put Zab into retirement because of the injury on his brain, which is that's devastating, right? He was still fighting, you know what I mean, Graham? He didn't retire because he didn't want to box anymore. He retired because I guess the doctors told him that it was in his best interest to, you know, hang him up, buddy. That's a serious injury. That is a very serious injury. So Zab, if you're out there, buddy, I'm really happy you made that decision because we don't want to see anything happen to anybody, you know. And it's not worth it. It's your life, and money's money. You can make more, whatever, right? So congratulations on that fantastic decision, and I want to say God bless you, buddy. Thanks. He had a very extensive amateur career. Did you know anything about his amateur career, Graham?
He went to Olympics and no. He went to Olympics.
Yes,
right?
at one point he did. Yeah. We're going to talk about that. He had a fantastic amateur career. So we're going to go over his amateur stats and stuff of that sort right now. He had a total fights was 115 amateur fights. He won 110 of them, Graham. 110 and 5. He had 5 losses out of 115 amateur fights. He was the 2-time United States national champion, 3-time New York Golden Gloves champion. He won the 1996 PAL, which is the Police Athletic League title. The PAL is interesting because I had never heard of PAL, so I did some research. It's a police league put on by police departments around the United States, and what they do is they have this sort of thing to help the kids with drugs, illegal drugs, drug usage, schoolwork, teaching them things, you know, life stuff. So it's very, very interesting, this PAL league, the Police Athletic League. So that's a new one on me. I've never heard of the Police Athletic League until I looked into Zab, and that's amazing. Like, that's really, really cool stuff. So me being the humanitarian that I am and Zab being the humanitarian that he is, that's a marriage made right there. So I really, really want to say, Zab, that's really cool. And the guys, the police officers out there doing that PAL stuff, thank you very much, guys, for your service. That's amazing. Not only on a daily basis, but you know how it works with the kids, right? Well, the kids are the future, so you gotta deal with that and, you know, pass on our knowledge to the kids. That's all we can do. Advice is free. I always say I don't charge for advice. If I did, I'd be a billionaire. So, anyways, all right. So he beat a guy named Ishley Smith and Hector Camacho Jr. Going into the Olympic trials. He did go and try to get onto the 1996 Olympic boxing team. And he did beat those 2 guys, Hector Camacho Jr., which is a big guy. That's Hector's son. And then he eventually lost to a guy named David Diaz in the finals. And he failed to qualify for those 96 Olympics. But he was brought to the Olympics as an alternate in case of injury of one of the other boxers, I guess. And so there, he was there. He just he didn't get to compete, I guess. But that's a question for you, Zab, if you come on. Love to have you on the show, Zab. Honestly, buddy, I watched you. You were amazing, bro. Like, I'm talking off the chart. So we're gonna go through some of his notable fights, stuff of that sort, and a few other things here. We're gonna go to his professional career now. He had a wicked career, like absolutely. I probably out of the number of fights that he had, I probably saw him at least 30 times. I would always make sure that I watched Zab Judah. I would run home from school or wherever I was from work. I'd play hooky, whatever it was, and I ended up. I just liked that guy. He just had he could throw punches with his left. He was a southpaw. He was a right-handed. His footwork was amazing. His speed was amazing. His ring savvy was crazy. Just everything about him. His punching power was great. His just everything. I was like, wow, man, this guy is like actually like wow, right? And he has a really cool name. I like your name, Zab. So that's you're the only Zab I ever met. There you go. So he's a really, really cool guy in the ring to watch, and he's very, very athletic. He's gifted. He's a very gifted guy. So thanks a lot, Zab, for all the like right on 2 thumbs up for you, buddy. There you go. And an uppercut, left hook. Give him the old left hook. Give him one of those, Zab. So let's just talk about his professional career. Fantastic. Total fights. Guys, total fights, 56. All right, so he's over that 50, Graham. He's over the 50. That makes him serious. Out of those 56, he had 44 wins, 30 by knockout. All right. So that's going to be Graham, you're the mathematician. 30 knockouts and 56 fights. What are we talking? That's a pretty good. It's over 60. It's over. Well, that would be 25. It's over. It's almost 60%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good. Zab, that's awesome. He had 10 losses and 2 no contests. So heck of a career. And the notable fights that he had 56 fights, Graham, but he had a lot of fights against guys who were like massive, massive guys. Like these aren't like pushover fights. You know what I mean? He never took pushover fights just to pad his win column. You know what I mean? He basically fought the biggest, the hardest, the toughest, the mouthiest, whatever you want to call them. Took them all on, challenged them all, literally told them. The thing that he did with Mayweather, as you know, Zab, oh my gosh. So we're going to go through that right now. His notable fights, these are ones that I saw. So I knew all about these fights. And guys out there, Talking Fight fans and Neil the Deal Show fans, go and see at least one of these. And all of them are amazing. So the first one that was really crazy for me was the fight he had against Costa Zoo. Costa Zoo. Look that guy up. Costa Zoo. He actually lost. All right. I know that sounds crazy that we're doing that, but it was a big hype fight. And that was for the undisputed WBA, WBC light welterweight championship. So that was a big fight, right? And, Zab, we know what happened, but maybe you can let us know. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe, there's all kinds of things for reasons. There's maybe something, he could have hurt his hand, or something of that sort. There's a reason for it because he doesn't lose these kind of fights. The other ones that I saw that were just mind blowing was the Mickey Ward fight. All right, Zab Judah versus Mickey Ward. He won. He won the US BA light welterweight title from Mickey Ward. Then he fought Wilfredo Negron. That guy was serious. Wilfredo Negron, and he beat him. He won the. Let me see, the IBF. It was the IBF light welterweight title from Mr. Negron. Then he fought another fight that I watched and I thought was amazing, Zab, was when you fought Corey Spinks, number 2. You fought him twice. I know what happened in the first one. We're not going to talk about that. But the second one, you and Corey Spinks too, was awesome, man. That was a heck of a fight. So, guys, you got to watch that one. And then he fought a guy named Carlos Baltimore. And those fights are over the top. Again, title fights. Just crazy. Then he decides after, dealing with Baltimore, he's going to fight Floyd. He wants to fight Floyd, right? That fight was ridiculous, Graham. Guys, if there is one Zab Judah fight you want to really go watch, even more than the Costa Zoo stuff, that is the Floyd Mayweather fight. And when you watch it, you'll understand why. I'm just going to give you a little tidbit on it. He lost. unanimous decision, right, to Mayweather. But what happened during the fight, apparently, I was watching it. He got fined. Apparently, I found out he was fined, and Mayweather was fined, and Roger Mayweather was fined, and they all got suspended, and there was a massive brawl. So that's all I'm going to tell you. In the ring, and it was everybody, including security, cops, them, their trainers, managers, the cutmen. It was a friggin' out of control. And I was watching that at home, and Roger Mayweather got ejected from the fight. I'll never forget it. And he was freaking. Mayweather was flipping out. And Zab was just, whatever. Just basically giving him, yeah, I don't think so. Whatever. Like, Mayweather's pulling shenanigans. So he gave him the old donkey punch. You know what I mean? The old boom! Right in the Corleones, I guess they call him, right? He obviously pissed you off, Zab, because you're not that kind of guy. I know that. You're a humanitarian. Why would you do that? We know about Mayweather, how he's a cheap shot artist. You know how he is. You fought the guy. You tell us what happened. Like, please. Because we know you can't believe everything you hear. So let's just get it done there, Zab. Come on out here, buddy, and let us know what's going on. Especially with him. All right, so the last couple of ones was that Amir Khan fight. Graham, he fought Amir Khan, the WBA super champion, Khan. Well, we'll just let you guys check it out. And then he fought a guy that I always liked, and it was like this last one that I think King of Brooklyn fight, because they were both from Brooklyn. So, Paulie Mags, I used to call him Paulie Mags because he's Magla. It's Malignaggi, Paulie Malignaggi. Whatever, I'm not Italian. I don't know how to say this stuff. I'm freaking Scottish, right? So I'm a newfie. What do you want? So anyway, he fought Paulie, and they're like, it was kind of like I watched the fight, and it was exciting, but Paulie's a bit of a kind of lollygagger type fighter. He doesn't really get too involved at times, and I guess Zab was just letting it go, and unfortunately, he lost. Unanimous decision, went all the way, but there was a lot of controversy around that. So Zab, we can talk about that Paulie fight if you like. And hey, I've seen a lot of Paulie fights. You know, he was good. He's a good fighter. He seemed cool, right? He definitely had some weird clothing choices in the ring, and his hair was always weird. And he kind of looked like he was going to a hip hop party or something, like over to Dr. Dre's house or something. Like, I don't know, it was weird. And he's from your neighborhood, so you probably didn't like him anyways, right? Probably like you wanted to bust button, right? It's like this guy's trying to say he's better than you from Brooklyn. I don't think that was going to happen. Now, so anyways, he did all that jazz. Those are the notable fights, guys. Those are some of the best fights you'll ever see with Zab Judah. He was over the top, amazing, super cat. And in his last little bit of stuff here, I'm sure he can let us know if he wants to come and have a little interview with the Neil the Deal show, and we'll just talk and say hi and stuff. But all I could find out about what he's doing now is he became a born-again Christian a bunch of years ago, which is right on, buddy. Thank you very much, just like me. And became a volunteer, just like me. He volunteered to teach nursing assistant, teaching nursing assistant, and helping with adults with daycare, treating them for dementia. All right, like that is, buddy. Bingo, yaman. That's how you do it. You give back to the people that really need it, and that you're a humanitarian, solid person, fantastic fighter, all around good guy. And I'd love to have you out, man, and talk a little bit about the real deal, Zab Judah, you know? So God bless you, buddy. Thanks for the career. Thanks for the stuff for all the elderly people. I love that stuff more than anything, for the kids and the old ones. You know, Graham, that's how I am. So thanks, Zab. Hopefully we can talk to you soon. Get a hold of the producers. Guys, it's been a great day. Get better, not bitter, all right? And remember that everything's going to be all right. Just have a little bit of faith, all right? You'll be fine. You come out this listen to me. I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Just keep the faith. You'll be fine. Everything's going to work out for us. Everything will be fine. All right, Graham. Likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. Keep them coming. I want to say hi, Amanda. I want to say hi to everybody else out there. All my buddies are watching. Even the Railroad Boys. I hear there's some sort of thing going on down there. You know, Shoebrook and those guys. I don't know. So Nick Ricci Jr. I don't know. Hey, Nick. What's going on, Nick? I miss you, buddy. So let's go. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Graham, do you have anything live tomorrow, like guests tomorrow? Did the producers decide?
We were hoping Egerton would come on, but he's being he's busy, and thus a little bit hard to track down for us.
Right.
But the person who we will now try
Well, like
and
I
get
said,
hold of.
I'm just curious if
Pardon me?
sure, whatever wants to come. I'm more than happy to have you all out. You know, any of you guys who want to come out, any retired boxers, if you're watching, give our producers a call. We'd love to have you. I'm sure the stories and just the camaraderie amongst your friends and your cornerman and your just the real stuff. You know, the real deal stuff, right? So thank you very much, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Take care of yourselves. Up here, it's what, Graham? -20 and it's snowing like a banshee.
Crazy. It's crazy.
It's not nice up here in Canada right now, but I don't mind. I love ice fishing. It's my style. Fresh fish is the best thing you can have, right? So I'm looking forward to the ice fishing now that the snow finally showed up. Other than that, I'm just going to stay warm and stay better. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy. Neil the Deal, out.
See you tomorrow night.